Hey folks, Lawrence Gunther here along with my guide dog Moby. We're on the shore of one of my favorite little lakes, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you the tools I use to feel the bite.
Fishing trips and nature tips with Lawrence Gunther. Feel the bite.
As someone without sight, I have an advantage over sighted people when it comes to fishing. 9 times out of 10, you feel the fish bite before you actually see them. I can even tell what kind of fish are down there most of the time before they come to the surface. There are a lot of fishing techniques that don't work so well for me though, like dry fly fishing or pitching jigs under docks. Fishing bobbers is another source of frustration that I avoid. Great for kids when you're starting on fishing, but you know what? They're really frustrating for me. Fishing takes a lot of concentration. You have to focus on what you're feeling with your hands. Your rod is just a fancy white stick with a reel tied to it. It transmits the feeling from the end of the line, up the line, down the rod to your hands. A little jig like this, it's a lead head with a hook on the one end and a tie line at the other end, gives me the ability to feel what's below the surface. I can bounce it down below me, and I can tell is it rock, sand, gravel, weeds, muck? I can feel it all. People often hold a fishing rod like a club or a spear. It's not, it's a delicate instrument. It has to be balanced. With the right lure, I can feel up to 100 meters around me. Lures like this spinner bait, which is a really complicated little lure. It's got a jig body at one end with a skirt and metallic willowy leaves at the other end that spin in the water. Looks like a school of fleeing minnows. Very effective. This gummy worm type lure here is basically the shape of a pen, but you put a hook on that, let that drop through the water, it undulates and looks like a dying minnow. Fish can't resist. When a contractor shows up at your home to do a job, they just don't bring a hammer. Just like when I go fishing, I bring all these different artificial baits. I have to have the right tool to do the job. It makes the difference between coming home empty-handed or catching the big one. You know, luck really only comes into it when we're talking weather. Give fishing a try so you can feel the bite using all these different tools that I use. I'm Lawrence Gunther. Time to head out on the water.